Hey everybody, it's Angie and welcome to Hot and Flashy. In today's video I'm going to be reviewing the Cover FX Custom Cover Drops. Now this is spreading like wildfire all over YouTube. It's having a moment. There's a tidal wave of attention on this product. It's a brand new game-changing product from Cover FX. And basically what it is a tiny little vial of pure color that you can add into any of your other makeup or serum or moisturizer products. You can put in as much or as little as you want. It mixes with any kind of formula, whether it's water-based, silicone-based, oil-based, it doesn't matter. This stuff mixes with it perfectly. If you have a moisturizer that you love, you don't have to buy a separate tinted moisturizer. You can just buy these drops and tint it yourself. And you can put in fewer drops, like 1 to 2, for light coverage, and you can go up to like 4 drops for full coverage. So it sounds like a great product, and I've seen a lot of reviews on it. Everyone seems to be absolutely going crazy over this product. What we haven't seen is how it works on mature skin. And so here I am with the mature skin review. So as you guys know, I am over 50, I have wrinkles, I have age spots, I have enlarged pores, and it is very, very difficult to find a foundation, a tinted moisturizer, a CC cream, a BB cream, anything that works on older skin. Alright, so first let's go over the basics of the product. This I picked up at Sephora. It retails for $44 and it is a ½ ounce. The color that I picked it up in is N30. This comes in a slew of shades, so they're saying that no matter what your skin tone is, there is a shade for you. My Sephora didn't have any out on display. This is how fast this stuff is selling. They were almost completely sold out. They had 2 left that were in the back that the girl had to go get. Fortunately, one was sort of in my color range, so I grabbed it. So they come in cool, warm, and neutral. And so when you open it, it's got a little pipette with a dropper, and it has this very liquidy, pure pigment formula inside. And this is not to be used on its own as a foundation. It really doesn't do well. I've seen a few people like dot it on as a concealer, and I feel like you could definitely see it. It didn't blend in well. But let me just put a dot of it on my hand to show you. I'm just going to blend that in. Alright, so that's what it looks like all by itself. Now, today I have it on, and today I mixed it with Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer. Okay, this is my 3rd try with the product. The other 2 things that I tried it with were a primer, the Smashbox Photo Finish Light, and I have pictures to bring in to show you how that went. And then I also tried it with one of the blurring products, and this is the Garnier 5-Second Blur. I did not try it with an oil, I didn't try it with a moisturizer, I didn't try it with a sunscreen. The reasons I didn't try it with those things is because, you know, at my age, that's my skincare. That is my like heavy duty, keeping those wrinkles at bay stuff, and I do not want to dilute it with other products. And if you watch my other videos, you know that sunscreen is very, very important to me. And I don't like to mess around with my sunscreen. So I would not put it in with my sunscreen. You would not be getting the full SPF coverage that is listed on the labeling. So you should just know that if you were going to put this in with your sunscreen. Let's go to the video of me applying it this morning. And then, as usual, I'll wear it all day and I'll come back throughout the day and we'll take pictures of it up close and personal so you can see how it really wears. All right, today I'm going to be trying the Cover FX Custom Cover Drops with Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer. This is a product that, you know, I really like, but it doesn't really offer much in the way of coverage, and I'm thinking that these 2 together could be good. Let me go ahead and mix this up, that amount of the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer. And since I'm trying to get more coverage out of it, I'm going to go ahead and add 1, 2, 3 drops. All right, so there are those 2 together. So as you could see, the color just mixes right in with whatever you're putting it in. So I'm just going to dot this around my face, and then I'm going to apply it with Beauty Junkie's flat kabuki brush. I think from this distance on the monitor, it actually looks pretty good. I don't know if you can see that it's not really full coverage where we added the 3 drops. It didn't increase the tinted moisturizer up to full coverage, but it definitely has much more coverage than this would normally on its own. I feel like it evened out all the redness and everything, but there are a couple little things that are still showing through. Where you can see how you can still see through a lot of my freckles and things, my little pink spot, a little bit of the redness. I didn't have enough to really cover out the outer parts of my face. All right, so that's how it looks with 3 drops. Let's try adding a little bit more, because I don't know if you can build this or not. I don't know if this is going to be a total disaster, but like I said, I didn't have enough to really do around here and to blend it down in my chin and stuff, so now I have to start over from scratch. Mix that together in my palm again. Okay, so there's the second coat. Overall, I think it looks pretty good from this distance. It's when you get up close that it's not so good. And I feel like for aging skin in particular, it is not doing great things for my fine lines and wrinkles and for my pores. So coming in close, I will show you where it's a little bit cakey and where it's making my skin look a little bit waxy. Okay, so as you can see, I was able to get a little more coverage out of it by adding a little more, but it's still slightly sheer. Like that pink spot is still a little bit visible. This is the spot where I feel like it makes my, it accentuates my wrinkles and makes my skin look waxy, is, you know, right in here. Okay, so as you can see, it is accentuating the surface texture of my skin, which is, at my age, one of the things that I'm really not happy with. And if you have less than perfect skin, I think it makes it look even more less than perfect instead of less than perfect, double negative, so less perfect. All right, so so yeah, I'm not loving it. Let me go and fix it up with the powders and stuff and come back and show you how it looked. All right, I'm back. Well, that took more than a couple of minutes. I didn't go over with a powder foundation because I want to be able to see how this foundation wears throughout the day. Makeup goes on over it very nicely. I think it looks nice from this distance. Of course, the finish is more a testament to what you mix it with. So in this case, the Laura Mercier tinted moisturizer. Although I did not manage to get truly full coverage out of it, no matter what. But nevertheless, I will wear it all day. I'm going to film the other video. I've got some appointments this afternoon, and then I'll be back. It's now 5 o'clock. I think I put them on at around 10 o'clock this morning, so that is 7 hours that it's been on. I have to say, from a distance, it still looks really nice. Overall, I am not loving it. I think that there are other foundations that I have that make my skin look much better than this does. Yeah, so I don't love this. I don't love the waxiness of it. Where it was getting shiny, I did have to powder over it. That was about an hour ago, so that was after, what did we say? It was 7 hours, so that was after 6 hours. So that's not bad. You know, what you get at the beginning is pretty much how it's going to stay. So I'm going to say that from that standpoint, the wear is really good. It hasn't settled into my wrinkles, so it's not accentuating them from that standpoint. Let me come in close and show you the details, because the devil's always in the details, isn't it? All right, it is time for the final check-in on the Cover FX custom cover drops. It's 10:45 at night now, so I've been wearing them for a good 12, maybe closer to 13 hours. I forgot to bring in the pictures of when I used the other 2 products and to tell you how much I used. So I used the Smashbox Photo Finish Light. on my face, and I used 2 drops of the Cover FX with that, and here are the pictures showing how that went. As you can see, it settled right into my pores, which this primer is supposed to do, so it did what the primer is supposed to do, and not necessarily what a foundation would do. So from mixing it with a primer from that standpoint, at least with this one, it wasn't great. It didn't give a lot of coverage either, and I don't think it looked really fantastic. The other product that I used it with was the Garnier 5-Second Blur. I considered this kind of a primer type thing, and I thought since it was supposed to be smoothing and everything that it would be great with some drops added. To this I added 4 drops, and I put it on my neck. And I gotta say that was a disaster because this is so slippery and stays so slippery and never sets up that it was slipping around all over the place all day. It settled like really big time in this big crease, and then it kind of gathered up here in the middle, and then I happened to be wearing a white top and it got all over the edges of the white shirt. So also a disaster. But today when I used it with the Laura Mercier primer, it did much, much better than either of those two, but still not as good as some just standard foundations that I've used. Let me just come in for the last super close-up and show you that it has sort of shifted around on my face a little bit. So hopefully you could see from those close-ups and pictures what I'm talking about and why I'm saying that, you know, it's good, but it's not perfect. It does leave something to be desired. It greatly depends on what you mix this with, how much success you're going to have with it, and how much mixing you want to do and how much experimenting you want to do to get it to work. So all in all, weighing the pros and cons, it's a bit of a mixed bag, but I'm going to say that for me, the cons weigh a little bit heavier, and it makes it for me less of a positive review on this product. I'd say it's best for probably younger people, people with what kind of skin? I guess any kind of skin can use it. Oily, dry, it doesn't really matter. It didn't tend to dry my skin. It didn't tend to make me feel greasy. It did make me a little shiny. And I'm not loving it for mature skin. I'm not loving what it did for my face today. I asked my kids how they liked it. They were like, it's okay. You know, we've seen better things on you. We've seen worse things on you. And that's kind of how I feel about this. It's all right. But I didn't love it. I'm not wowed by it, and I'm not sure what all the hype is about. Would I use it again? I don't think so. I didn't like it enough to use it again, and to mix it in my hand again, and to have to go through that and keep trying it with, you know, more and more products. It wasn't successful enough for me with the 3 things that I did try it with to keep trying it with other things. So for me, this was a fail, not a huge one, not an epic fail. So that is my full review on the Cover FX custom cover drops. I hope you found it helpful and informative. And as always, everybody, thanks so much for your time. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you next time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.